All right, give me a second. Let's figure this out.
Hi.
Are you here with him?
Sure, here.
Sorry.
Let's go. Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm PR. Nice to meet you. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna have you up here with ChessBase India first.
Okay.
Is there anything I can get you? Water?
No, water would be good.
Water. Gotcha. Okay, I'll be right back. But yes, these are the ChessBase India.
Yeah. We kind of know each other.
Okay, I'll be right back. I got you.
You good, Caitlin? Need anything?
If there's water on that side, that'd be great.
Let me get it.
Thank you.
White missing a rook here? Sorry? White's missing a rook here, right? Your rook on A1, right? It's not a big deal.
We'll fire whoever did that.
Are you going to sit down or?
Okay, we're gonna come this way.
We can take it.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is- Our kids. Welcome back. Here we go.
Sounds good?
Hikaru, welcome to St. Louis here for the Clutch Chess. Very exciting event. What are your thoughts on this world top 3 players and the world champion?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be really exciting to be competing. It's been quite a while, I'm trying to remember the last time Magnus and I were in the same event alongside Fabiano, where we played each other, and of course with Gukesh as well. It's going to be really strong. Hopefully I'll do well. But
Norway
really,
Chess was the one I think where you 4 played.
yeah,
right?
but also that wasn't rapid and blitz. That wasn't kind of like rapidish, a combination of rapid and blitz. So. Yeah, of course in Norway chess we played, but in classical chess it's a lot different. I think in this format I'm just really curious to see how I perform. It's been quite a while since I last played a major serious event. Also, it'll be interesting to see how Gukesh does. A lot of people have talked about his struggles on the one hand in rapid and blitz, although he did have that really strong performance in the rapid. I think it was in Zagreb if I remember correctly. So it's going to be interesting to see how players perform, and I'm just looking forward to competing against the top guys again.
What do you feel about this time control, 10+5, and also this format called Clutch Chess, where points start getting more value? And there's also prize money attached to it with the wins you make, and it goes on increasing every day.
Yeah, as far as the money goes, to me it's a little bit peculiar, I would say. I don't think that that needing more money attached to like day 2 or day 3, perhaps, assuming I'm not mistaken in the format, matters that much. I think the points themselves, it's a really good idea just to keep the event interesting. I know we had this match between Kasparov and Anand recently where Kasparov was kind of dominating, but on the final day, Anand had the chance to potentially come back. So I think from a spectator standpoint, it's quite good. The players are in contention every single day. Maybe there will be more formats like this, but I think it's good to see something new being tried out.
Right, and who would you consider like a favorite in this format? Because at least you, Fabi, and Magnus very good at this format. Gukesh, as you said, can be good at rapid, but in your head, how does that pan out?
Yeah, obviously Magnus is the favorite. In every event he competes, doesn't really matter what the time control is. But again, the one wild card here is that the points don't count evenly across all 3 days. So for example, say Gukesh gets hot on the 3rd day, or I get hot, or Fabiano gets hot, there is potential for one of us to win. So even though Magnus is always going to be the favorite, I think it is an open field, and I actually do think anybody could win, even though people say that Gukesh isn't as good. I think he could very easily win this event as well.
And Hikaru, were you in St. Louis for the US Championships as well? Your wife was playing here.
Yeah, so I was in St. Louis for a bit. Would have been nice to have been here the whole way through. I ended up having to go to San Francisco, as everybody knows, for the funeral of Daniel Naroditsky. But nonetheless, it was really good to be here and watch the event kind of from the sidelines in a sense. I think for me, it was very tough watching my wife's games. There were many games where she had good positions, and then somewhere in like move 30 to move 40, she made some mistakes. the one takeaway for me is that it's obviously very hard to play. And actually, I don't know what Harika was doing when she played the Olympiad, because I think she was even further along than my wife is, and she had a very, very good result. So it's just amazing to me that people, or women when they're pregnant, can still play chess at a very high level.
Could you share a bit about like how it is for you with Tusa being pregnant, and like how is it panning out? A top player, you're playing in events and so on.
Well, I mean, the good thing is I'm not playing that many events. I still do play events here or there, but I don't play as many as I once did. I think that it's, you can't plan things in life per se, but I think the timing is very good, because if I were to go back to like 2019, 2018, the old days perhaps, when I was traveling for 250, 300 days a year, I don't think it would be possible to have that sort of schedule and compete at the top level. So I'm a little bit fortunate from the standpoint that that's not how it is. But still, I think in general, I would say that one of the things that's very important is the game of chess is changing. It feels like every 5 years or so, there's a big shift. I think if we go back to like 2010 to 2015, there was a big shift in how the engines were calculating, how they evaluated positions, and also the opening theory changed a lot. There are a lot more shortcuts now than used to exist, and I think all these changes have been very beneficial to me, considering that I don't play as much as I once did. So it's kind of all over the place, but I think as far as like playing and competing, I'm still playing at a high level. And obviously for the candidates, I'll make some changes, but we'll see how it goes.
And also she beat the eventual winner in the first
round.
Yes,
she did.
That's a very nice result.
Yes, exactly.
And Hikaru, how do you feel about this chess club, the St. Louis Chess Club? It's bigger now, it's renovated. What do you feel about its impact to US chess, and just overall, how do you see it?
Yeah, so I've been coming to St. Louis since 2009 when I won the first edition of the US Championship here in St. Louis. So I've been coming for many, many years now. It's really nice to see that the club is here. They've expanded it a little bit. And I think when I look at American chess, if it were not for the club being here, I think it's very unlikely that I would have stuck with chess. I think it's very unlikely that Fabiano would have switched back to the US Federation. So in general, without Rex and Jeannie Singfield, I don't think American chess would be where it is today. And I mean, even in spite of that, as we all know, India is going to dominate chess for the next couple decades. I think that's really, there's no doubt in my mind that's how it's going to be. But nonetheless, it's really good to see what has happened, and I hope that for the next generation of the American kids, they have many opportunities to compete against the best players in the world.
Would it be possible to elaborate on this front where you said that you might not have continued chess if it was not for this club?
Yeah, so, it's always interesting. It feels like with every generation, the views are different. There's been, there's one specific American player who's been very loud saying there's no support and this, that, and the other thing. But, the fact of the matter is, even when I was growing up, I think a lot of people would be surprised that until I was about top 10 in the world and until the chess club actually started here in St. Louis, I had no financial support. I had no sponsors whatsoever. So it's not a situation where things were like magically much better in the past. It's always been kind of like this. And I think with what Rex and Jeannie have done, it's really kept players in the game. And so then specifically to the point about me and not playing chess, this is probably not a well-known fact. This actually ties in kind of, I'll just go on a little bit of a sidebar here for a second. But, I recently played this tournament in Prince Edward Island in Canada. It was a 6-round tournament as part of the Road to the Candidates. And it reminded me that back in 2010, at the time, I had actually started the process. I was going to move to Canada. I don't think this is necessarily super well known, but I actually started the process with immigration. I was going to move to Canada, and then I heard about the club here, and that kind of stopped everything dead in its tracks, and I eventually ended up moving here to St. Louis. So I think that story alone says it all, because I probably would have ended up in Canada on the West Coast and been doing something with nature and not have played chess professionally. So the impact of what happened here in St. Louis can't be understated as far as my career goes.
Wow. Well, we're glad that this club came up and you're still here in chess and this position. It's special for two reasons. Of course, when I think about your great games, the one with Boris Gelfand comes to my mind instantly, and the second one is this.
Yes.
And it also happened here in Singfield Cup 2015 against Wesley So.
Yes.
Does this evoke pleasant memories for you?
Honestly, I don't remember the exact sequence that won me the game, but I do remember something very specific about this, which is that I think at some point Fabiano made a comment after his game had finished about how Wesley had let me play A6 and B5, And Fabio made the comment, so Wesley had this terrible knight on a3. And I remember that specific comment for whatever reason about it. It definitely is one of the best games that I played. It was a really straightforward, clean win in this King's Indian. So it reminds me of the time when you could kind of just play chess and computers hadn't taken over the game. So it is a very, very special memory.
Can we just make the moves? I'll call out the moves, and if you can make them, because they're so pretty.
I do think actually also it's worth noting that, one thing that people assume is that we remember all the moves from our games, or you can just recite them. And maybe some players can do that, but I think most top players, the thing that's really critical about it is you remember like the moments or like the opening. You remember the details that matter more than actually the moves themselves. And so it's important to like sort of point that out, because a lot of people just assume we remember the game from start to finish. But in most cases, like with this game, for example, I remember Wesley played this Mar del Plata variation. I know it was a King's Indian, and I know I sacked the knight and I brought the king up the board. But I don't remember the exact sequence of the moves, because that's not actually a detail that matters if you think about it now.
Right. That's why I'm going to call out the moves.
Sure.
So,
yes.
It was h4 here.
Yes.
And then fg4.
Yes. And then it was F3.
And now you started, yes, F3.
It was takes, and then I think it was it bishop c1 or knight e4 first?
Yes,
this is the
knight
question.
e4.
It was knight e4 first, yeah.
And this is already very beautiful, like this sacrifice. And you can't take it, I believe.
Because of rook f1, and then there's I think h3, and there's some way to mate.
Right.
Like king h3, rook g1, I think is one of the ways. There's probably another way to win as well. What did Wesley play here?
He played rook d1.
Rook d1. Yeah, rook d1.
And
what did I play here? That's interesting. I think I played bishop takes g4, right? Did I play rook f3 here? Rook f3? Because rook f3, I'm not. It's probably winning. Bishop g4. Yeah, I did sack. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did sack, right?
After Wesley took rook d7, Hikaru finished off the game with rook f1, king g2, bishop e3, and when the bishop came up to g3, he took rook takes f1, check, and absolutely incredible attack happened. King came up, and the finish was very beautiful with all the black pieces coming in, and a checkmate here.
Okay. This is from black side or white side?
yeah, you can sit on black side. You were black. Does this ring a bell? I mean, it's difficult. Because, I'll give you a hint. You play
This is an online game, right?
Yes,
yeah,
thousands of games you play. So it's very tough.
Game. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, the reason I know it's an online game is because in actual over-the-board games, I would never get this structure because it's occurred out of a modern. I'm basically 100% sure that this is either modern or silly, but based on the pawn structure here with the knight and the pawns, I'm almost certain it's some kind of modern. So, was it a modern?
Yes.
It was a modern, yeah, okay. It's modern, it's an online game. It had to have been somewhat memorable.
Well, the thing is, I have selected this for a very specific player that we want to talk about here. You are playing with the black pieces and your opponent is...
No, I'm going to guess it's Naroditsky, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And while I saw in the database that I was looking through some 90 plus games that you've played in like Blitz events, Bullet events, and I'm pretty sure on chess.com you guys must have played thousands of games.
It was over 3,000 games.
Wow.
3,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
The question was, how do you see Daniel as a bullet player, as a fast time control player? What made him so good at these shorter formats?
Yeah, so I mean, I think actually you picked a game which is a very good example. I suspect this position after h4, as I'm thinking about something like knight d8 is probably good for black, if not winning.
Yes, you had a good position there.
Yeah. So I mean, this kind of sums it up. Is basically when you play specifically without increment, the initiative matters a lot. And when you're a very intuitive player and you're playing attacking chess and your opponent doesn't have a lot of time to think on a given move, that can be it can be a very effective tool. And I've said before, but I think that for Daniel, this style was very aggressive and without increment. I mean, I think that other than 3 players, he was probably the favorite against anybody in a straight-up blitz match, like 3-0. There were people who I would say had advantage, but basically outside of myself, Magnus, and Ali Reza, I think he was close to 50-50 against anybody else. That includes people like Nihal or Arjun and other really, really good blitz players. So yeah, his style was just very, very unique, and it was very, very good in these formats. But as we saw, even in classical chess, he did beat Fabiano in the U.S. Championship. So it's not like he was just a split specialist who wasn't good at classical chess. And I think that, you know, I'm going to miss those games against him because the attacking style he had, he would go for sacrifice. It was kind of in a way similar to the style of someone like Mikhail Tal, and it was very, very effective. So I'm going to miss playing against him and having these great bullet battles for sure.
Well, Hikaru, finally we want to end this with a small segment. We call it as dates.
Yes.
And these are some dates from your life, memorable moments.
Okay.
So you have to decide, we'll tell you the date.
Okay.
But you will have to, if you get it directly, you get 10 points. But if you ask for the year, then you get 5.
So it's just like the month and the day. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yes. Would you like to do it?
Okay.
So these are very random dates,
Yeah.
okay? So it does not have any chronology or any theme, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, the first one is 5th December.
December 5th. Wow. So this has to be the... Okay, so let's think about this. December 5th. This has to be related to London, is my guess, because it can't be... There were no other real tournaments that I played in December. December 5th. So London Chess Classic, it's memorable. Trying to think about the moments that could have made this 5th memorable. I don't believe... December 5th. I'm going to take a guess. I think it's wrong, but I'm going to guess that December 5th is the day that I beat Viswanathan in the London Chess Classic.
Okay, that's a very important date, but the date we are discussing here is from 2004.
2004. Okay, 2004. Sorry, 2004. So, okay, so that's probably going to be, I'm just going to assume that's when I beat Vladislav Kachev. Or no, that was that the final norm for GM? Wait a second. Was that the final GM norm? Because the final GM norm, I think, was in Bermuda. 2004. Oh, no, actually, I'm stupid. That's when I won the U.S. Championship.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
yeah, U.S. Championship. Yeah, I'm thinking about all the tournaments in December, I'm forgetting that one. Yeah.
Okay, but yes, thank you for giving us the memory of the game against Vichy. Yes, okay.
But I think that was like December 7th. It was close, but
Okay,
anyway, yeah.
okay. Next one is February 26th.
February 26th. Okay, there are not many possibilities. I'm going to... February 26th. Let's see. So in January, February, there are only really 2 memorable moments. There was a period when I was in Spain and I made my IM norms in Linares and Ubeda, or it's going to be when I made my GM norm in Bermuda, although Bermuda I don't think was that late in February, but it doesn't sound right. February 26th. Okay, I don't want to take too long, so I'll just guess. I'm going to guess that February 26th is when I made my 3rd and final IM norm in Spain.
Yeah, you became the US's youngest chess master.
Oh, that was February 2. Okay,
Yes,
going way back.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
another
1998.
option.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and this is a really special one for all of us. 8th August 2017.
Okay, 2017 August. What when was it? August.
Yeah, because I'm giving you the date because.
Right, but it was what date in August?
Okay, 8th August.
8th of August 2017. Okay, so 2017. Okay, that has to be Singfield Cup time. What happened in 2017 that was memorable? 2017. What happened in memorable that's Indian related, chess related, Singfield Cup related? Okay, this. I don't think I ever lost a Vichy here in St. Louis. 2017. So this is after that. August 8th. Abdon Bliss. Vichy is the only Indian who played here. This one I've got no idea. Maybe I actually have no idea.
Okay, it's the first YouTube video you uploaded.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I would never have been able to guess that one though, because that was chess.com that uploaded the video for me. So I never would have been able to guess
Yeah, but
that
it's
one.
on the channel and it's very special to the chess world because that's
makes
where
sense.
a huge, beautiful journey began.
Yes.
And I want to take one last, I want to give you one last date. It's very special again. 1st May.
May 1st. I'm going to guess that's when I won the 2009 U.S. Chess Championship.
Okay, that's, but I will give you, okay, that is a date, but this, I will give you the year because this is actually very special, 2014. 1st May 2014.
2014? Yeah, see, this is a problem. I mean, when you play too many tournaments, all the years blend together, all the tournaments blend together year after year. 2014, May 1st. Okay, so it can't be the candidates because that would be 2015, the Grand Prix. Norway chess is possible, possibly. It's not the US Championship because that would not have been memorable because I didn't win in 2014. 2014, May of 2014. That couldn't have been when I beat Magnus because that was in Bilbao. May 1st, 2014. 2014. 2014. May 1st, 2014. That's not when I broke it. That's not when I reached my peak. That's not.
Something very near to that.
Is that when I broke 2800?
No, actually, FIDE started publishing Rapid and Blitz ratings, and you
okay.
were both
I was
number
number one
one.
in both.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that I would also never guess because like it all blends together.
Yeah, but well done. We got some new memories because
Yeah,
these
yeah.
dates are very special for
Yes.
all of us, including you. Thank you
Yeah.
so
But I
much.
thought
Hikaru.
you'll
Yeah, no
trick
problem.
him by putting an anniversary date and then he will miss that and then.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
we got tricked because we don't know when exactly is your anniversary.
With my wife.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we have an
May.
Instagram post, but we don't know if that's the exact
This
date.
is true. This is true. Yes. It's in May. But that's all that I'm going to say. It's in May. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you so much, Hikaru.
Sure, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Sure.